Hello again, welcome back to digifox Labs. I'm Mr. Fox. Today we're going to be talking about the SPY. As we see today, the market is down heavily in all markets, that is, not just stocks, but also crypto and even potentially real estate. That's right. Now, none of this is financial advice. We are not financial advisors. Everything said here is 100% our opinion. So as we can see here, we did form a death cross roughly around the middle of March of last month. And since then, it has been quite volatile. Now, what you have to remember is nothing falls straight in a dead line without proper notice, right? And there's also opportunities to go ahead and get out prior to the massive collapse. Now, as we see here with our semi-amateurish TA, we see here that we are forming what looks like a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. Now, that does not mean that it will follow it 100%. What it means is that there is a potential possibility of us coming back out and forming a mini bull run, if you will, right? And the bull run may consist of maybe a couple of days, maybe a week or two, but that's probably it. Because as we look right here, right, we see it right here. This is what we're going on about right here, right? And that is of the course from mid-April, probably all the way to the end of May. Now, key point is the slogan is, what is it? Sell in May and go away or something of that nature. Well, here we go. It's May, and look, maybe you should have sold and went away until after the fact. Now, with that said, obviously, it's just planning out perfectly, is it not? You know, go away in May and come back in what's after May? June? So June starts roughly at the end of this falling wedge. So we could potentially bounce around within this falling wedge, coming back up to test the 410, 413 region of the SPY, and maybe even falling all the way down to the 380 region, roughly right here in this region, dating back all the way to March of 2021. February, March of 2021. That is going to be a key level of support, and I'll go ahead and draw you a line roughly of where we're going to be potentially coming back down to. So that is where we see a breakout potentially on the bullish side. Now, how do you measure that? Well, you go ahead and you take the biggest part of the wedge, the top part, and all the way at the bottom part, and you add it to the breakout point. So if we break out right here in this area, oops, sorry, wrong little one. So if you break out right here, you potentially measure from, let's see, this area right here all the way down to roughly that area. So you're looking at roughly a $10 to $20 bounce from this area right there, right? So that will put us back up at, ironically, 415, 420 region, which is going to be this area of resistance. So that is what we feel is going to happen. We will be seeing potentially a bounce that could give you an opportunity to go ahead and sell and re-enter in at more profitable regions once we go ahead and start sinking. So would we recommend you sell right now? Well, we are not financial advisors, so go ahead and mute or turn us off at this point. But if you want to listen to our opinion, we would say that go ahead and hold and wait for this bounce, because as of now, if we are saying that it is going to meet resistance and touch the resistance at the 15 to 20 region, that is higher than what we are currently at right now, which is the 401 region, right? And so that applies to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin also follows the pattern of SPY more or less, right? Because it's a high risk asset that individuals invest in. And we see here on the moving averages, we did get a sell notification right here. And this is our knockoff market cipher warning signals that we have activated. So it is currently red, so it is not a buy market, which means our theory is still pretty much in play, which is we still have further downside to go, even if we do have a miniature bounce up to the 408 region. And we do see it coming all the way down to the 387 region, give take $1 or $2. And then at that point, it is going to bounce off. So this is what we're seeing. Again, recap, we're seeing that it's going to bounce around in this miniature triangle all the way down and then come all the way up to 420. This is going to be the line in the sand. And this will verify that, hey, you know what? This is legitimately going to be your last exit point before we head down further, right? And this also indicates that we have a that we have a lower high. Here's the peak. Here's the second peak, which is lower than the previous. And this would potentially be the third peak, which is lower than the previous two, right? And it's also stepping down like a ladder, if you will, or a pair of stairs. And so that is how we see the market of the SPY and the stock market. With that said, happy days, happy trading, and good luck to every single one of you out there.